Let's take a look at what a dump-in is and how it pertains to implementing the infinite banking concept. Hello and welcome to the Durham Talents channel. My name is Jesse Durham. For today's installation in our EncycloMedia series, we're going to discuss the dump-in. Now, a dump-in is a premium, a single one-time premium that's not to be repeated, that is paid into the paid up additions rider, which is the more flexible portion of a properly structured whole life policy with a mutual company that pays dividends for implementing infinite banking. The dump in is paid into the paid up additions rider, so it's separate from the base premium. It's even separate from the regular scheduled optional contractual right to pay the regular paid up additions. This is in addition to that. There are a lot of additions here. I'm trying to word this just perfectly. So with a properly structured policy, typically you're going to have, of course, the base policy itself, the whole life policy. There will then also be a paid up additions rider on top of that. That's the flexible portion. That is the optional portion. That is what builds early cash value and liquidity. And the dump in is into that portion of the policy. It's into that paid up additions rider. Therefore, that means also that the vast majority of that dump in is going to be liquid, is going to be accessible. It's going to build an early cash value. Now, when that premium is paid, could be, depending on the company, depending on your contract, it could be submitted with the initial premium when you are starting a new policy. So the total of your premium could be covering a base premium, a paid up additions premium, and others, but to include this dump in. Now, some companies or contracts may give you the flexibility to pay that dump in within your first year. So within your first 12 months, you might have the flexibility of using that full year to make that dump in premium. So be aware of your contract, be aware of your company, of course. This will all be in conjunction, or it should all be in conjunction with a comprehensive conversation about your finances and your plans and how this policy has been built in the first place for you to match your financial footprint and how you're looking to implement infinite banking, of course. But it's very common that folks will have some lazy dollars, some static dollars, some poorly performing dollars, just static, not moving, not doing anything. They may have been saving under the mattress or in a savings account, or they might have a CD that's maturing, or whatever the case may be. There may be some additional liquid funds that we would like to dump into the policy to grow the death benefit, to grow the cash value, of course. And that is an important point. The dump in will buy more death benefit, of course, because it's more premium. So more premium means more death benefit. And because there will be more death benefit, there will also then be more cash value. Now, again, the percentage that will be accessible will depend on the contract, depend on the company, but it's going to be a high percentage that will be liquid and available to use, to leverage, to borrow against from a dump in. So the dump in is also a great way to accommodate some windfall into a new policy. So as you're building a system of policies, there may be a time where you make a sale of something. Something's liquidated. There's some typical expense that you don't have anymore, and there's a lump sum that you would like to put into a policy. And if it's so great that you cannot fit it into what your existing policies may accommodate, meaning you'd cross into MEC land, you'd cross into a modified endowment contract if you were to pay more. So if you're paying the maximum that you can in policies and you still have this dump in that you want to accommodate, that might be another time for a new policy. Again, that should be depending on a comprehensive conversation with your advisor, with your agent, whoever you're working with, so that you can accommodate that windfall into, if not an existing system of policies, into a new policy. So to recap, a dump in is a one-time premium payment into the paid up additions rider that does create a significant relative to the premium amount, the dump in amount, a significant amount of cash value, liquid money that you can use, liquid capital that you can leverage. Of course, it buys more death benefit. You might have to submit that dump in premium with the very first initial premium payment into a policy. You might also have a full year to make that premium payment. So be aware of your contract, your company, and of course, from the start, have a clear idea of where this money is coming from. That it might be lazy, or it might be a windfall. It might be from some static location. It might be some investment that has just come to fruition and you need somewhere to warehouse that. Remember, Nash says that a properly structured policy can be your warehouse of wealth. And dump-ins are certainly a very common occurrence for those that are looking to implement the infinite banking, because it's a more efficient way to warehouse that wealth while buying death benefit, creating cash value, lots of benefits. So I hope that this has been helpful. If you have any questions about dump-ins, feel free to put that down in the comment section below. I read those, I look at those, I answer those. Otherwise, to have more information, you can go to durhamtalents.com. This has been a great pleasure for me. I look forward to that conversation. Have a great day. Take care.